Morning students, Unit 3 Magnetic Effect of Current. In this video we are going to see torque acting on the current loop placed in uniform magnetic field. Next one, moving coil galvanometer. Let us consider a rectangular coil ABCD suspended between bar magnets. Initially no current applied to it. A uniform magnetic field exists between the bar magnet acting in the direction from north to south. Suppose current flows in the coil in the direction ABCD, that is from A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A. On applying left hand rule on the arm DA, force will act in the plane of the coil and in the upward direction. On applying left hand rule on the arm BC, force will act in the plane of the coil and in the downward direction. Force acting on arm DA and arm BC are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Both of them are in the plane of the coil. The resultant will be 0. On applying left hand rule on the arm AB of the coil, the force will act perpendicular to the screen and towards the reader. On applying left hand rule on the arm CD, the force will act perpendicular to the plane of the screen and away from the reader. As the two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, have different line of action, they produce a torque, and it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, suppose current flows in the coil in reverse direction DCBA. Now applying left hand rule on the arm BA, this time this force will act perpendicular to the plane of the screen and away from the reader. On applying left hand rule on the arm DC of the coil, this time the force will act perpendicular to the screen and towards the reader. Therefore, the two forces on the arm BA and DC are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, will have different line of action, again produce a torque, and it is rotating in the clockwise direction. Let us learn about moving coil galvanometer. So it is a device used for measuring the current in a circuit. So here you see the diagram. So the coil is placed between the pole pieces of a magnet. So it is experiencing a torque. Principle: a current carrying coil placed in a magnetic field experiences a torque. Construction: here you see the diagram. At the top there is a torsion head and it is connected by a phosphor bronze wire, and there is a mirror. It is used to see the deflection of the coil, and ABCD is the coil, and below that there is a spring connected to the terminal T1, and it is a pole pieces. So moving coil galvanometer consists of a rectangular coil of large number of turns of thin insulated copper wire wound over a light metallic frame. The coil is suspended between the pole pieces of a horseshoe magnet by a fine phosphor bronze strip from a movable torsion head. So the lower end of the coil is connected to a hairspring of phosphor bronze having only a few turns. The other end of the spring is connected to a binding screw. A soft iron cylinder is placed symmetrically inside the coil. The hemispherical magnetic poles produces a radial magnetic field in which the plane of the coil is parallel to the magnetic field in all the positions. A small plane mirror attached to the suspension wire is used along with the lamp and scale arrangement to measure the deflection of the coil. So let us learn the theory. Let PQRS be a single turn of the coil. A current I flows through the coil. In a radial magnetic field, the plane of the coil is always parallel to the magnetic field. Hence, the sides QR and SP are always parallel to the field. So, they do not experience any force. The sides PQ and RS are always perpendicular to the field. PQ is equal to RS, that is the length of the coil. PS is equal to QR is equal to B, that is the breadth of the coil. Force on PQ, F is equal to BIL. According to Fleming's left-hand rule, this force is normal to the plane of the coil and acts outwards. Force on RS, F is equal to BIL. This force is normal to the plane of the coil and acts inwards. These two equal and oppositely directed parallel forces having different lines of action constitute a couple and deflect the coil. If there are n turns in the coil, moment of the deflecting couple is equal to NBIL into B. It is equal to NBIA. L into B is the area of the rectangle. Therefore, torque is equal to NBIA. When the coil deflects, the suspension wire is twisted. On account of elasticity, a restoring couple is set up in the wire. This couple is proportional to the twist. If theta is the angular twist, then moment of the restoring couple is equal to C theta, where C is the restoring couple per unit twist. At equilibrium, deflecting couple is equal to restoring couple. Here you see how much it is deflected, it is restoring and it is going back, no? So therefore, NBIA is equal to C theta. Therefore, I is equal to C by NBA into theta. I is equal to K into theta, where K is equal to C by NBA. It is the galvanometer constant. That is, I is proportional to theta. Deflection is directly proportional to the current flowing through the coil. The scale is linear and it is calibrated to give direct